Leave it to Habib to do this on graduation weekend. Hey, first of all, I want to thank you, Habib, and thank the Champaign County Republicans for sponsoring this event. Obviously, we've been traveling around 14 counties, all of us, trying to get county chairmen to commit to send us, not just to Congress when we beat David Gill, but to the ballot next week. I look forward to talking with you even more and all the rest of the chairmen. But I do want to mention, there are 4 of us here. 4 great candidates. Any one of us. You've got a military veteran. You've got Miss America. You've got, those of you who don't know Kathy Wassing, she's a local grassroots political activist, had a lot of success down in the Madison County area. Great candidates. All 4 of us are going to be better candidates than David Gill, and all 4 of us can beat David Gill. You know, overnight, the 13th district became a target on Nancy Pelosi's pathway to return to power. You know, we've seen the damage that Democrats can cause, and this is a race that we cannot lose. I stand here today to tell you why I am the best candidate to hit the ground running, not only against David Gill, but the National Democrats and their billion-dollar super PAC allies. With your guidance and advice, I plan to take a common-sense approach to serving you in Washington. It's going to take a team to not only win this election, but also to make me a leader that we can all be proud of. It's imperative that this team has all of you as captains. I respect your knowledge. I know the issues that your communities face now, but I need your help to get to know them better. I know the federal issues that affect your area, but I need your help to make the best decisions. As a candidate and as your congressman, I need you, all of you, and I need your common sense advice. I know the issues families face in Central Illinois every day because I've lived here most of my life. My mom and dad were small business owners, and I watched them struggle to make tough sacrifices so that my family could achieve the American dream. The hard work and challenges my parents faced taught me how important it is for government to enact laws and regulations that help small businesses to create jobs. This also gave me an interest in pursuing my career in public service. Watching and working for them was a wonderful experience that I had growing up. They worked hard, they invested in people, and they taught me how to provide top-notch customer service. But I got my interest in public policy because I listened to them. And they told me how you can do everything right. But when politicians and bureaucrats in Washington and Springfield enact burdensome laws and regulations, it may not matter. Because of these life lessons, as I said, I chose a career in public service. I grew up in Taylorville. Those of you who know this district, it's right in the middle, right in the heart of the 13th Congressional District. I still live there and raised my family there. I graduated from Millikan University in Decatur, Illinois. My wife Shannon wanted to be here tonight, but with 3 kids and our in-laws out of town, she had to be there to run them around. My wife is my best friend and my biggest supporter. She's a registered nurse by trade. She used to run the local emergency room in Taylorville at our hospital. And then she went back to school, got her master's degree, and now teaches our next generation of caregivers at St. John's College in Springfield. I mentioned I have kids. I have 3. A 15-year-old daughter named Torin. She knows everything. Just ask her. And I have twin boys that are 11. I'm happy to rent them out for campaign contributions to show you how fast a house can be torn up once it's clean. Family is the most important priority in our lives. We are active in our church, our kids' school, and our community. I worked in our family restaurant while growing up. For the last 16 years, I've been projects director for Congressman John Shimkus. I've helped countless constituents cut through the bureaucratic red tape of Washington, D.C. I understand the importance of traveling to each village, town, and city in the 13th District. I've logged hundreds of thousands of miles in my car over that 16 years while meeting with local officials to show them a cost-effective way of how the government can work with them to address their local infrastructure issues. Infrastructure issues that the federal government should be involved in. Roads, bridges, clean drinking water, sewage treatment. It's common sense. 2 years ago, I was asked to assemble and manage teams that helped elect 5 new members of Congress, and we gained nationwide recognition. It was a volunteer-led effort, and I met many of you when you were working in that Champaign call center. We now have over 50 million pieces of data on file that all Republicans can use to help elect other Republicans. Nancy Pelosi, she didn't appreciate the job that the Champaign County Victory Center did in 2010, and she surely didn't appreciate all of our common sense in kicking her out of the speaker's chair. Recently, I had to make some tough business decisions at the Illinois Republican Party. They were on the verge of bankruptcy and over $300,000 in debt. It's now an organization with zero debt and over $300,000 in the bank to help elect Republicans in 2012. Some of these tough business decisions didn't make many Republicans happy, and that's okay when it's the right thing to do. When leaders make tough decisions, they should be judged on the outcomes and the success or failure of those outcomes. And I don't think anyone can argue that my decisions there have righted the ship and have put Republicans statewide in a much better position to win in November. It's common sense that you cannot spend more than you take in and expect to succeed. Success in planning, executing, and winning is never easy, but losing is never an option. Recently, some friends and supporters in my hometown, unbeknownst to me, passed some petitions to urge the county chairmen who are here to appoint me to this vacancy. I was very humbled by that opportunity and their efforts. In less than a week's time, they passed petitions and got over 700 signatures. More than enough to be put on the ballot if we would have had a congressional race to run for. I keep getting reminded when I'm out in public that they stand ready and willing to campaign the minute this appointment is made. The support of my home area has been overwhelming and also very, very humbling. The courage it has taken to stand up to Republicans and Democrats alike throughout my career in public service is the same courage that I intend to take to Washington. Courage does not mean just standing up to the Democrats, but also standing up to John Boehner and the Republicans when they're wrong. It means being a leader immediately after winning in November. This district needs a congressman who is going to not just cast a vote the right way, but build coalitions and lead the charge in getting enough votes to make real substantive changes to the way that Washington operates. With your common sense guidance and advice, I intend to be that leader for our agenda. I am a conservative. I am unabashedly pro-life. I am unabashedly pro-Second Amendment. Our families are facing problems that have to be fixed and fixed now. Obama and the Democrats in Washington and in Springfield, for that matter, they're out of control. Their solutions always involve raising taxes and spending more money. America and Illinois cannot survive their onslaught and the $15 trillion in crushing debt. That's just common sense. Obamacare has to be repealed. America cannot afford the $2.6 trillion price tag. And Americans, all of us, we cannot cede control of where and when to seek medical treatment to a faceless bureaucrat. Healthcare hits home for me. My wife, Shannon, is a 13-year colon cancer survivor. She was misdiagnosed for months because, 26-year-olds can't get colon cancer. Luckily, she was treated, and she is doing wonderful today. We had our two children, our twins, after her treatments, by the grace of God. But I got to tell you, with the enormous bureaucracy